Well, it's been an amazing story, and you've been an amazing story as somebody who was unheralded coming out of high school. And as many people might know, Doug, it's not like you were unseen because you were high school teammates with Harrison Barnes, who by the time he was a senior was the #1 recruit in the country. So all of these coaches came through that gymnasium. They saw you, they saw him obviously, but they saw you play. I mean, your own father, who was the head coach at Iowa State, didn't even realize how good you were. I mean, how is it possible that so many people could have missed this? I mean, what did they see but didn't see in you at the time?
I guess Harrison was just that good. I'm in high school, but I was to give them credit. I was a really skinny guy. I just didn't have a whole lot to my game. I got a lot better after my senior year of high school, even. So I think they missed out a little bit, but I think a lot of it was a lot of those coaches thought, if I'm going to play big time college basketball, I'll probably just play for my dad at Iowa State. So I think they kind of saw that, but I'm happy where I'm at now. Obviously, with him getting the Creighton job, it was a perfect fit for me. The mid-major deal, and then kind of just developed under him and the coaches.
I mean, do you remember thinking at the time, why, how come Bill Self and Roy Williams and Mike Krzyzewski, and how come I'm not getting these kind of offers? Or did you sort of feel like I'm getting recruited basically at the level where I belong?
That's exactly how I felt. I was in awe. Seeing Coach K, Coach Williams. I wasn't even thinking about them recruiting me. I was used to seeing Coach Jacobson at Northern Iowa. Coach Spiro at Central Florida at the time. So I was completely fine with that.
I mentioned about Harrison Barnes and being on the same high school team as he is. And I'm just wondering, Doug, what it was like for you to have a front row seat to his recruitment. It was crazy. Not like a lot of #1 players come out of Ames, Iowa, once every 100 years or so. And of course, your dad was recruiting him and all these. I mean, it was a circus. And of course, it ended with him making his announcement over Skype on national television. Must have given you an interesting window into that world. What was that like for you, and what did you learn from that?
Oh, it was crazy. We saw Coach K pull up with, Coach Wojo, and, it wasn't even a big deal when, like Bill Self or Roy Williams casually rolled into our gym. Like, we just got so used to that. And, I think a lot of those guys look back and look how cool that really is. And I certainly do as well. But it was awesome seeing Harrison go through that. And I feel like it's really helped me become the person I am today. I'm staying humble, and, I think being exposed to some of that stuff, playing on ESPN as a high schooler, I think that's really helped me kind of deal with the off the court attention as well.
But by the same token, you did have the luxury of being unheralded, which, kids think they want certain things at a certain age when they're young. But I know in speaking with Harrison and folks in North Carolina that, he's struggled with that and the expectations coming in. I mean, have you ever thought about how different things could have turned out for you if you had that much thrown at you at a young age?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because you're still in high school, and you don't have your license yet, and you're rated top 5 in the country. And I think the way that it happened to me has been really beneficial because I've always had that chip on my shoulder. I wasn't a top 100 recruit. No one really knows about me, so I can just prove myself on a night-to-night basis, and that's what's really helped me, I think.